UAE for just 4 days, and we're visiting 2 ghost towns. This one here is the first. So Jazarat Al Hamra is situated in the north of the UAE, and it literally means the Red Island. So abandoned since the 1930s, when the practice of pearl diving waned. The residents of this town actually fled elsewhere to look for better income sources and a better style of accommodation. However, the village did consist of 334 buildings, 18 schools and 11 mosques, of which some of those can still be seen dotted around the town today. And they make for some really great, interesting subjects. So today we're going to have a look around and we're going to dive into the town, see what I did there, and see if we can find any shots. However, it's probably going to be more in the kind of documentary style than the fine art style that I'm traditionally used to shooting. Because these days the town is mostly mud roads and ruins. Okay, so I found this little spot, which is kind of really interesting here. When I first came over the fence, which was kind of here, down in the shrubland, I came over here, through this, and then up to this section. I spotted it this way, like that, and I quite liked it. But then I came down here, and I set my camera up the opposite way, as you'll see. I think that's... I set it up this way. I'm doing it now. I don't like it as much, so I'm going to move my camera actually now right back to where I was, which is all the way down this side, and try and redo it, because I think that's what drew my eye in originally. You know, that's what I originally saw that I quite liked. There's a lot of stingy bushes, so I have to keep an eye out for. So I'm going to try and avoid those. That's the first thing. And we're going to try and line this up better. Definitely better shooting it this way. So let's try and do that first. I don't know, it just looks better, the light's better. I like the fact it's all overgrown over there. There's a lot more to like about it. That's where I'm situated now, look. Yeah, now, one of the problems I always have when I'm shooting these kind of locations is it's windy here, it's breezy. It's not windy, but it's breezy, and that means that we need to keep an eye out for movement in the leaves, because it looks terrible when you're trying to photograph something and then there's movement in the leaves. It looks out of focus, or it looks blurry. What I need to do there is just increase my ISO to about 400, so my shutter speed is a lot faster, and then combat the breeze. And obviously you constantly check it and make sure that you've actually captured something that's actually sharp. I'm just focusing this now. That's it. Down to an open grave. Is there another way? Is there another way? And the nails pound harder in the coffin. Light, come and beat again. Oh, breathe again. Whoa. So the thing about this town is there's a lot of ruins. A lot of it's wasted, a lot of it's ruined, as you can see behind me here. So picking out compositions is quite difficult. However, quite like this composition with the palm trees. You see them here, look. Quite like this sort of ruined part. I like the colours in here, this sort of yellows and the blues. It's a shame that some of the palm trees have come down. Obviously it is starting to turn into winter here in the UAE, so it's kind of trying to find something that actually works, but I still like the shot. Overall, it looks kind of nice. Just framing myself up, making it look as straight as possible. I'm going to focus manually here on the actual building itself, because that's obviously what we care about. So I'm doing that. And there we are. I quite like it. And now it's just a case, I'm going to have to wait for a second just for the wind to drop off. I'm going to increase my ISO a little bit. So I'm going to go up to 200. I'm down at f7.1 as well, just to try and make, hopefully, make the leaves not move on the actual palm tree. I want to try and get those solid. So wait for the wind just to ease off, and then I'll pull the trigger. There we go. Hopefully get it now. Bingo. Just check those. And it is slightly off. You can just check your focus by holding the preview button on the front of the camera. So that's what I'm doing here, just to double check, because I haven't got a lot of time to make corrections here. Again, just going to wait for the wind to drop. I'm going to grab that shot. There we go, wind's dropped. That's one. I might just retake the one that I did with the composition a little bit lower. So there we go. The sun is dropping rapidly in the sky. It's the only thing we've found about being here is that it keeps going really quick. So you think you have like an hour and a half to shoot some stuff, and then suddenly you've got no time at all.
I'm buried underneath the concrete pad. Is there another way? Is there another way? And the rain pours heavy on the waiting storm. Come and beat again, I'll breathe again. Whoa. Rising from the dark, I see a light ahead. Away for us, away for us. Oh. Rising from the grave, here I've called.
I'm actually a lot lower than I was a minute ago on my tripod. I don't know why I like this. It drew me in as I was walking past. It's not exactly like I said on the start of this, it's not exactly going to be a fine art photography piece. I quite like the door. I like the way the wall's falling in. It's a nice simple composition, ISO 100, f7.1, no f8 actually now. Yes, it's a 1 second exposure. I've just cropped in at 70mm. Excuse the mosque that I just started up behind me. It sounds eerie, doesn't it? And then we're here, right here we have, so I'm zoomed in at 70mm. I quite like the way the columns have fallen on the door. I'm going to flick my lens onto manual focus to get this. To get the exposure right, you need to be, exposure is about 0.8 of a second, f8, ISO 100. It's a one shot thing. I'm getting a little bit of roof, a little bit of the sky in behind the building, but I'll crop that in and it looks pretty decent. I'm going to do one zoomed out a little bit as well, refocus it. And that is literally it. It's a simple shot, but one I quite like. Sounds amazing. You can check out more photos from this series over on my website and blog. So until next week, bye bye for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with a friend.